Named after his father, Tom Cruise was born on July 3, 1962. In Syracuse, New York, his father Thomas Cruise Mapother III was an electrical engineer, and mother Mary Lee, aka Nay Pfeiffer, was a special education teacher. His parents were both from Louisville, Kentucky, and had English, German, and Irish ancestry. Cruise has 3 sisters. One of his cousins, William Mapother, is also an actor who has worked with Cruise in 5 films. Cruise grew up in poverty and had a Catholic upbringing. He had described his father as coward bully and a merchant of chaos who beat his children. Cruise attended 15 schools in 14 years. Cruise also spent part of his childhood in Canada. When his father took a job as a defense consultant with the Canadian Armed Forces, his family moved in late 1971 to Beacon Hill, Ottawa. He first became involved in drama. In 4th grade, he and 6 other boys created a play to music called IT at the Carleton Elementary School Drama Festival. Drama organizer admired the play. In 6th grade, Cruise went to Henry Monroe Middle School in Ottawa. His mother left his father, taking Cruise and his sisters back to the United States. Cruise briefly took a Catholic Church scholarship and attended the St. Francis Seminary in Cincinnati, Ohio. He aspired to become a Franciscan priest before being expelled from the seminary for drinking. This led to his becoming interested in acting. In his senior year of high school, he played football for the varsity team, but was expelled after getting caught drinking beer. He went on to star in the school's production of Guys and Dolls. In 1980 he graduated from Glen Ridge, New Jersey. Cruise moved to New York City to pursue an acting career at the age 18. After working as a busboy in New York, he went to Los Angeles to try out for television roles. He signed with CAA and began acting in films. He first appeared in a small part in the 1981 film Endless Love, followed by a major supporting role as a crazed military academy student in Taps later that year, and made his mark with leading roles in the comedy film Risky Business in 1983, an action film Top Gun in 1986. Cruise has 2 homes, one in Beverly Hills, California, and second in Clearwater, Florida. He has also lived in the south of England, in various places, including central London, Dulwich, East Grinstead, and Biggin Hill. In the mid-1980s, Cruise had relationships with Melissa Gilbert, Rebecca De Mornay, Patti Scialfa, and Cher. Cruise married actress Mimi Rogers in 1987. They divorced in 1990. Rogers had grown up in Scientology and was one of its auditors. They met when Cruise became one of her clients. She blamed its leader David Miscavige for the breakup of their marriage. Cruise met his second wife, actress Nicole Kidman, on the set of their film Days of Thunder in 1990. The couple married the same year. They adopted 2 children. In February 2001, Cruise filed for divorce from Kidman. While she was unknowingly pregnant, the pregnancy seemingly ended in a miscarriage. But in 2007, Kidman clarified the rumors by explaining that she had actually had an ectopic pregnancy. Next, Cruise was linked with Penelope Cruz, his co-star in Vanilla Sky in 2001. Their relationship ended in 2004. He was in a short-lived relationship with Iranian-British actress Nazanin Boniadi, who subsequently left Scientology. In April 2005, Cruise began dating actress Katie Holmes. They were dubbed Tomcat by the media. In October 2005, Cruise and Holmes announced they were expecting a child. Their daughter Suri was born on November 18. Holmes and Cruise were married at the 15th century Odescalchi Castle in Bracciano, in a Scientologist ceremony attended by many Hollywood stars. There has been widespread speculation that their marriage was arranged by the Church of Scientology. In June 2012, Holmes filed for divorce from Cruise, who stated that ex-wife Katie Holmes divorced him to protect the couple's daughter Suri from Scientology, and that Suri is no longer a practicing member of the organization. Cruise was converted to Scientology by his first wife Mimi Rogers in 1986, becoming an outspoken advocate for the Church of Scientology in the 2000s. Cruise struggled with dyslexia at an early age, and has said that Scientology helped him overcome dyslexia, in addition to promoting various programs that introduce people to Scientology. Cruise has campaigned for Scientology to be afforded the status of a religion. In January 2004, Cruise made a controversial statement. "I think psychiatry should be outlawed," adding to the controversy in 2005. He criticized actress Brooke Shields for using the drug Paxil or paroxetine, an antidepressant she used to recover from postpartum depression after the birth of her first daughter in 2003. Cruise emphasized that there is no such thing as a chemical imbalance, and that psychiatry is a form of pseudoscience. Shields argued that Cruise should stick to saving the world from aliens, and let women who are experiencing postpartum depression decide what treatment options are best for them. Medical authorities view Cruise's comments as addition to the burden of those with a mental illness, who often fear seeking or continuing treatment because of the stigma still attached to their condition. Cruise apologized in person to Shields for his comments. It was reported that Cruise's anti-psychiatry actions led to a rift with director Steven Spielberg, who had mentioned in Cruise's presence the name of a doctor friend who prescribed psychiatric medication. Shortly thereafter, the doctor's office was restrained by Scientologists, angering Spielberg. In 2008, a video produced by the Church of Scientology, featuring an interview with Cruise, was posted on YouTube by the anonymous group, showing Cruise discussing what being a Scientologist means to him. The Church of Scientology said the video had been pirated and edited. YouTube removed the Cruise video from their site, however. It was subsequently reinstated on the site, and has become very popular. Cruise began acting in the early 1980s. In 1983, Cruise was part of the cast of The Outsiders. That same year, he appeared in All the Right Moves and Risky Business, which has been described as a Generation X classic, and set a career stone for Tom Cruise. He also played the male lead in the Ridley Scott film Legend, released in 1985. His status as a superstar had been cemented by 1986's Top Gun. The same year, Cruise followed up with Martin Scorsese's The Color of Money, which paired him with Paul Newman. Their chemistry was praised among critics, with the Washington Post writing, "One of the subtle achievements of both Cruise's and Newman's performances is that you feel that both of them are genuinely top-notch pool hustlers." Cruise starred in 1988 in Cocktail, a film that was a box office success. Later that year, he starred with Dustin Hoffman in Barry Levinson's Rain Man, which won the Academy Award for Best Film, and Cruise the Kansas City Film Critics Circle Award for Best Supporting Actor. In 1989, Cruise played real-life paralyzed Vietnam War veteran Ron Kovic in Oliver Stone's war classic Born on the 4th of July. Film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times wrote, "Nothing Cruise has done will prepare you for what he did in Born on the 4th of July. His performance is so good that the movie lives through it." Stone is able to make his statement with Cruise's face and voice, and doesn't need to put everything into the dialogue. The performance earned him a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture Drama, the Chicago Film Critics Association Award for Best Actor, the People's Choice Award for Favorite Motion Picture Actor, a nomination for BAFTA Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role, and Cruise's first Best Actor Academy Award nomination. Cruise's next films were with his then-wife Nicole Kidman as his love interest in Days of Thunder in 1990, and Far and Away in 1992. The legal thriller The Firm was a critical and commercial success. In 1994, Cruise starred along with Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas and Christian Slater in Neil Jordan's Interview with the Vampire, a gothic drama horror film that was based on Anne Rice's best-selling novel. Rice initially criticized Cruise having been cast in the film, as Julian Sands was her first choice. However, on seeing the film, she paid $7,740 for a 2-page ad in Daily Variety, praising his performance and apologizing for her previous doubts about him. In 1996, Cruise portrayed a super spy Ethan Hunt in the Mission Impossible reboot, which he also produced. The film was a box office success. although it received criticism regarding the Jim Phelps character being a villain despite being a protagonist of the original television series. The New York Times praised Cruise's performance, describing, "Tom Cruise has found the perfect superhero character on which to graft his breathlessly gung-ho screen personality." In the same year, Cruise did the title role in sports drama Jerry Maguire. Playing a sports agent in search of love, he starred opposite Renee Zellweger and Cuba Gooding Jr. The film was a huge financial success, with Cruise earning a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture Musical or Comedy, and his second nomination for an Academy Award for Best Actor. In 1999, Cruise co-starred with wife Kidman in erotic psychological drama film Eyes Wide Shut. The Guardian praised both Cruise and Kidman on their performances. Cruise in particular lays himself open, in that fiercely committed way, that he tries everything as an actor. The same year, he took a rare supporting role as a motivational speaker. Frank T.J. Mackey, in Magnolia, Rolling Stone film critic praised Tom Cruise as a revelation, fully deserving of the shower of superlatives coming his way. Cruise seethes with the chaotic energy of a wounded animal. He's devastating. For his performance he received another Golden Globe and nomination for an Academy Award. In 2000, Cruise returned as Ethan Hunt in the Mission Impossible 2. The film was directed by Hong Kong director John Woo. It was the highest-grossing film of the year, and had a mixed critical reception. Cruise received an MTV Movie Award for Best Male Performance for the film. His next 5 films were major critical and commercial successes. In 2001, Cruise starred in the romantic thriller Vanilla Sky with Cameron Diaz and Penelope Cruz. In 2002, Cruise starred in Steven Spielberg's science fiction action film Minority Report. In 2003 he starred in Edward Zwick's period action drama The Last Samurai, for which he received a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actor. In 2004, Cruise received critical acclaim for his performance as Vincent in thriller Collateral. In 2005, Cruise again worked with Steven Spielberg in War of the Worlds, which became the 4th highest-grossing film of the year. Also in 2005, he was a nominee for the People's Choice Award for Favorite Male Movie Star, and the winner of the MTV Generation Award. Cruise was nominated for 7 Saturn Awards between 2002 and 2009, winning once. 9 of the 10 films he starred during the decade made over $100 million at the box office. In 2006, he returned to his role as Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible 3. The film was more positively received by critics than the previous films in the series. In 2008, Cruise played the central role in the historical thriller Valkyrie, which was a box office success. In 2010, Cruise re-teamed with former co-star Cameron Diaz in the action comedy Night and Day. The 4th installment in the Mission Impossible series, Ghost Protocol, was released in December 2011. This got a high critical acclaim and box office success. It was Cruise's biggest commercial success to that date. In 2011, Cruise was awarded a humanitarian award from the Simon Wiesenthal Center and its Museum of Tolerance for his work as a dedicated philanthropist. Cruise starred as Jack Reacher. The film was released in 2012. It received positive reviews from critics and was a box office success. His next successful movies are: in 2013, the science fiction film Oblivion; in 2014, the science fiction action film Edge of Tomorrow; in 2015, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, which he also produced; in 2018, the 6th film in his franchise, Mission Impossible Fallout. It was Cruise's biggest commercial success to date. In May 2020, it was reported that Cruise would be starring in and producing a movie shot in outer space. Doug Liman would be directing, writing and co-producing. Both will fly to the International Space Station as part of a future Axiom space mission in a SpaceX Dragon 2 spacecraft. In May 2021, Cruise protested against the Hollywood Foreign Press Association (HFPA) by returning all 3 of his Golden Globe Awards, in light of controversies like its lack of diversity, specifically no black members, and ethical questions related to financial benefits to some of its members. In 2022, Cruise reprised his role as Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell in Top Gun: Maverick, a film which he also executive produced. The film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, where Cruise earned an honorary Palme d'Or. The film broke all the box office records, earning over $1 billion, becoming the highest-grossing film of his career. Cruise earned $100 million for the film, combining ticket sales, his salary, and his cut of home entertainment rentals and streaming revenues. Cruise and his former agent Paula Wagner had formed Cruise Wagner Productions in 1993, and the company co-produced several of Cruise's films. The first was Mission Impossible in 1996. Cruise was described in 2005 by Hollywood economist Edward J. Epstein as one of the most powerful and richest forces in Hollywood. Epstein argues that Cruise guarantees the success of a billion-dollar film franchise. Epstein also contends that the public obsession with Cruise's tabloid controversies obscures full appreciation of Cruise's exceptional commercial prowess, just like the producers George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Jerry Bruckheimer. Cruise has produced several films in which he appeared. He produced Mission Impossible, Without Limits, Mission Impossible 2, The Others, Vanilla Sky, etc. In 2006, Paramount Pictures announced it was ending its 14-year relationship with Cruise. Industry analysts commented that the real reason for the split was most likely Paramount's discontent over Cruise Wagner's exceptionally large share of DVD sales from the Mission Impossible franchise. In November 2006, Cruise and Paula Wagner announced that they had taken over the film studio United Artists. Cruise acts as a producer and star in films for United Artists, while Wagner serves as chief executive. In 2006, Premiere ranked Cruise as Hollywood's most powerful actor. The same year, Forbes magazine ranked him as the world's most powerful celebrity. In 2016, CinemaScore named Cruise and Leonardo DiCaprio as the two stars. It doesn't matter how bad the film is, they can pull the box office up. October 10, 2006 was declared Tom Cruise Day in Japan. The Japan Memorial Day Association said that he was awarded with a special day because of his love for Japan and close association with Japan. Cruise is an aerobatic pilot and was inducted as part of the Living Legends of Aviation in 2010, receiving the Aviation Inspiration and Patriotism Award from the Kitty Hawk Air Academy. In addition to other aircraft, Cruise owns a P-51 Mustang. Tom has received various accolades, including an honorary Palme d'Or and 3 Golden Globe Awards. In addition to nominations for 4 Academy Awards, his films have grossed over $4 billion in North America and over $11.5 billion worldwide, which makes him one of the highest-grossing box office stars of all time. Cruise has mainly starred in science fiction action films, establishing himself as an action star. He often performs his own risky stunts. His action movie Top Gun: Maverick in 2022 is his highest-grossing film.